Welcome to Productive Joy with Dr. Christy, where fun meets action.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Productive Joy. Oh my goodness. I had the most amazing guest. Bertine was phenomenal. She not only gave us so many words of wisdom, but she did so with grace and just awesomeness. And I really, really hope that you will listen. And I have to apologize because I forgot to say out loud during our interview, how do you find her? So Bertine is amazing. Again, best place to find her is on LinkedIn. So if you'll go to our show notes on both this episode and her episode, you will find how to get in touch with her. Crevecoeur West is her last name. And if you can find her there, great. Westbridge Solutions is another thing that you can look up, and you'll find her there too. Please do. Oh my goodness, she is just a wealth of knowledge. The thing I want to recap about her particular interview is really about how we can leverage both our strengths and our weaknesses to be amazing. So she does something called a SWOT analysis, and she's written a book on it. We talked about the book. The name of the book is The Ultimate Guide to Business Strategy. And what I think is important about that is that she goes deep, and she is able to give you all kinds of words of wisdom that I know will help you, whether you're in business or you just personally want to get better by doing the SWOT analysis. So SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And she walks you through the process of, how do I know what my strengths are? How do I know what I'm good at? And how do I know how to leverage those things in either the workspace or my personal space? Same with weaknesses. And one of the most powerful things that she said when we talked was that your weaknesses are differences, not deficits. I want to camp on that for just a second. I don't even like to use the word weaknesses when I'm talking about things with others. So something my husband and I do, we're marriage mentors, and we talk with our couples about their personalities, and the personalities have a strengths and a weaknesses side. And I like to say it's strengths and opportunities because I do see our weaknesses as opportunities. And so just like she said, difference, not deficit. These are the things that we're not gifted in, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different. And then she talked about those opportunities, my favorite word, my word of the year for 2024. And when you think about opportunities, these are the spaces where you can leverage what's happening around you to make great things happen for you and with you. And I really think we underutilize our opportunities in so many different ways. And she does a beautiful job of helping us see what those opportunities might look like. And then the threats. You know what? She said threats are about mindset. And I think that's so true. So we can see things as threats that will stop progress, or we can see things as threats that we can navigate through to have progress. I want to have progress. I don't know about you, but I don't want to sit in my threats. I don't want anybody or anything to prevent me from moving forward because I'm bulldozing, but because I recognize that, you know what? I am equipped to do a heck of a lot more than I realize. I talk about this with my kids a lot because our kids are almost 23. And as a matter of fact, yeah, they will be very close to 23 when this comes out. And on what I've learned from them and what I've learned with them is that this is the first time they've ever been 23. It's also the first time I've ever been 47 as the mother of 23-year-olds. I don't know what I'm doing. They don't know what they're doing. Together, we collectively don't know what we're doing. And we have a lot of experiences that have helped shape us into who we are so that we don't fall on our faces. And that's true for you too. You've never been the age that you are right now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be in this space, and you will never be here again. So what have you learned leading up to this point that can make you into the human that you're supposed to be? I am learning every single day, and that's a choice. I could land where I am and be as good as I'm ever going to get, or I could choose to continue to get better. And hanging out with people like Bertine makes me better. I learn something from her every single time we have a conversation, and that is special. And that's true of most of the people that I choose to spend time with because I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be as good as I'm ever going to get. I want to get better. And you're listening to this podcast because you probably want some of the same things. So when I started Productive Joy, my thought behind it was, how can I take my talents and share them with others in a way that will allow them to find their own. Because your talents and my talents aren't the same, and that's important. Knowing that is super important. But what can I give to you that you will be able to turn around and use in your space to make you better at what you do? I don't know which nuggets resonate with people, but I'm trying to give you lots of them so that whatever resonates is sticky. And by sticky, I mean it's something you remember and something you can actually use. So this is an episode you do not want to miss for a lot of different reasons. The biggest one being, I think you're going to be able to walk away with something really, really powerful right away. So I'm hopeful that that's what you get out of all of these episodes. And I'm trying really hard to make that the case, but I need your help. So I do have polling set up on these podcasts. I also have a space for Q&A because I want you to ask questions. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want to hear more about. I really have realized in doing this that I'm surrounded by some super smart people. And so maybe I know somebody who knows somebody who can talk about the topics that you want to hear. Or if something resonates with you, tell me about it, because the more we interact, the more this becomes a space where you can grow. That's what I want out of Productive Joy. And you know what? If I had to define it myself, that's what it is. Productive Joy is a space where you can move forward in a way that brings you happiness and joy. That's why I felt like I needed to start this podcast and I needed to put this out into the universe. So, universe, here it is. And I am grateful that you are choosing to be part of that space with me. So just a couple other housekeeping things. I think that my producer, Nian, is pretty terrific and he is available to others. So if you just send me a message, you can do that in a lot of different ways. You can email learningcanstick@gmail.com. That's easy. Or you can reach out to me on my website, which is Aim with Us. You can also Google me, and I'm kind of all over the place, LinkedIn and social media. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok as of like just this past couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes. But in all of those spaces, if you look at Productive Joy or Dr. Christy McMillan, you're going to find me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need so that I can be what you need me to be. And then I also want to give a shout out to my dad. So I did it in this episode, but I should have done it long before now, and I will continue to do it. My father has been an entertainer for my entire life, of course, but also his. So he actually opened his first nightclub when he was 21. And he had that nightclub for years in San Diego. And then he had the longest running comedy show in Vegas in the 70s and 80s. And he still plays the piano today. He is phenomenal. And he is married to a Banjo Hall of Fame, amazing banjo player. And so they played the song More, which is the song that you hear every time you start and stop these podcasts. So if you like it, let me know so I can tell him. He is 86 years young and brilliant and very much enjoys when people are still enjoying his music. So if you're enjoying that piano, that's my dad playing ragtime. And if you enjoy that banjo too, that is my stepmom, my bonus mom, who is pretty great as well. So just wanted to give a couple shout outs and let you know that I appreciate you listening. This is for you. So let's make it for you. And let's make sure that what we're doing is something that you are able to resonate with and that you're able to learn from. Because remember, my entire goal in all of this is that you figure out ways to turn fun into action.